for you.
So the lady, so I spoke with her, and she had mentioned that this was, but she said this was new to her. I think the idea of doing um creative, what's it called, creative
Financing.
financing was new to her. So for
Okay.
her, she's like she's never seen it, never came across it. And I was honest where I'm like, listen, I'm new. She thought I was a scammer at first, and I said, no, no, no. I'm like, listen, listen, I have an Airbnb in Florida. Like you can find me on the gram. Like I'm a real person. And she was like, yeah, well, it doesn't make sense that you would want to pay more for the property than what it actually is. She says, for me, that's like a red flag. She said, two, she said, that area, the houses are nice and all, but she says a lot of times people, they usually sit. I see, because it's been over 90 days. I figure, um, you know, I could get it off your hands for you, And I mentioned, like, uh, getting everything, putting it in a title, and doing it that way. But for her, it just didn't make any sense, because the payment being more than what it actually was. And I wouldn't mind showing you actually, like, what the address was, and then what the difference was, um
Yeah, that's fine.
as
You're
well.
new.
So
You're new to the Discord, huh?
yes, very.
Oh, gotcha. It's my Discord. So I
Oh,
help everybody. Like the YouTube channel, Conversation Close, that's mine. So
oh
all those
shit, Sean.
one-on-ones, all the training. So yeah, you can nobody I don't do that whole Game of Thrones bullshit. So everyone knows if you snake a deal, I'm gonna find you and it's gonna be easy because you don't know what I look like. So yeah, you can share the address or not. I don't need the address in all honesty to underwrite the deal. I just need the numbers.
I mean, the yeah. So even I was like, wait up, and I lowered the numbers, but it still came out to more than what the property was.
Do you
And
want to
I'm
know
like,
why? Here, I'll tell you what. Let's do it this way. This will be much easier. Let me just grab a random. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, Birmingham. Yeah, that's where I live. All right, so I'm just gonna grab this address. Now you see
yeah,
it's listed for 155, right?
okay, yeah,
Okay, so
copy.
if I put it in a deal sniper, it's gonna pull up that it's listed for 155, but deal sniper is gonna have the purchase price probably like 170 or some shit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
look at that, 170. So I
Yeah.
mean, obviously I gotta clean these numbers up, and then we'll just do 650. Okay, so why did they offer 15? Why did we put $15,000 more on the deal? Well, that's because this is a 0% interest. So we kind of in the back, in the back of the system, what it's doing in the background is that it's calculating the highest interest that our investor would pay, or
Yeah.
most investors would pay for a deal like this, which is usually between 1% and 3% interest. And instead of putting that on the monthly payment, we're just figuring out what that total is and then throwing it on top of the purchase price. So they're still getting the money. They're just not getting it monthly. They're getting it on the overall purchase price. And the reason why it's set up like that is because we need to make the deal attractive to our investors. The most attractive thing to our investors is going to be the cash flow. An investor is not a buy and hold investor that we're selling this to. They are not going to flip this property. So they don't really give a damn what the purchase price is because they don't care about the ARV because they're not going to flip it. They're going to hold it.
Yeah.
They're going to generate that cash flow. So as long as we can keep the cash flow high, they could give a damn what the purchase price is. That's the part that she's not understanding.
Mm, that's the part I'm not understanding neither, but I get it now. So, uh, the fact that it's zero interest rate, right? So there's
I
that,
would
and then
be
there's
I would be very candid when you talk to her, and I would just say, look, the reason why we're offering more is because we're not selling this to a flipper. The investor that I work with is looking for properties that they can buy and hold in cash flow. If my investor can cash flow, they don't really care what the purchase price is. That's why instead of giving a monthly payment with an interest rate on it, because this is a 0% interest, we just did that calculation in the background and added that amount to the purchase price. That's why we're offering $15,000 more
I just
property
had my
for
pen and
950.
paper. I'm listening. I'm listening, Sean. I'm listening.
No, don't try. I'm recording this, so you'll be able to see this like tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, because I don't want to call her back now. Um, I'd rather try her back tomorrow.
But do you
Um,
understand why the payment, why we're offering more money?
well, I mean, we're holding long term, right? We're
Hmm.
also paying her everything now in the back end, so we wouldn't have to pay her later.
Yeah, we're still giving them the same amount of money as they would have gotten if we had an interest rate on it. Just instead of giving it to them monthly in the form of an interest rate, we're just throwing it on top of the purchase price. So they're going to get it regardless. And then for a purchase, what's the purchase price for your deal?
Uh, Let me see. Um,
Didn't you put it in the Discord?
I did. I did. Let
Yeah,
me
you
go
put a
back.
screenshot. Oh, 420. Oh, shit. So unfortunately, I
Well, there
see
were
you
two
got it.
different ones. There were two different
Oh,
ones, right?
oh, well,
I
what's the
think
purchase price for
I
the other one?
put the incorrect one just for. Let me see. Oh, I gotta. If I go to my text, I can find it.
All right.
Okay, so purchase price afterwards came up to 425.
Gotcha.
Seller finance amount 398.
Gotcha. So if you take a look at the quick question guide, which I'm sure you downloaded, and then you go to the balloon ranges, you'll see that that purchase price, you need to be at like a 10-year balloon at a minimum, ideally 12 to 15. Because the higher the purchase, so here's what a balloon is. On the offer, we'll look at the one, look at this one. Well, actually, let me look at the one, well, we'll look at this one because it's on video. I'm gonna switch the screen. This has got a 20-year term length, right? That means that if we pay $650 a month every single month for 20 years and 4 months, then they'll get the $158,000 balance that we owe them, right? Because there's no
Yeah.
interest. So a balloon is okay, yeah, we're going to stretch it out over 20 years and 40 months in order to get that payment, but I want my money in 10 years. So that means that we're going to give them the $650 a month payment every single month for 10 years. And then whatever we owe them at that time, whatever the balance is that we haven't paid off, they're getting that all in one lump sum. The reason why that's harder to do on a purchase price that's $425,000 is because the investor is more than likely going to have to get a loan. They're going to have to refinance the property, pull out the equity to pay off the seller, the balloon amount,
Hmm.
and then they're going to have now a mortgage, because, and then they're going to have an interest rate, and which is probably going to cut into their cash flow. So it's balloons are not necessarily like killing the deals, but the shorter the balloon is not good with a higher purchase price. That's why if you watch any of the training videos, those are I gear people to go to like it used to be 350,000 or less. Now I'm at like 250,000 or less is the ideal sweet spot for a purchase price because
Yeah.
the real estate agent is going to ask for a balloon anyway. They always do. They always will. Yours isn't because they don't know what creative financing is. But 99.9% of the time, they're going to. So you might as well choose a purchase price that's going to allow you to give them the balloon that they're probably going to ask for without killing it for the investor.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So yeah, it makes sense. It's because in the long term, it's going to wind up skimming, cutting through profit anyway.
Exactly.
I get it. Okay. I guess it's a no. I guess it's a no. Let me look
Okay.
at the. I didn't even look at the balloon, but yeah, I guess it's gonna
Well,
be a
why do you
no.
think it's a no?
Um, because I didn't even look at the balloon. I think it might be a bit of. Let me do it like this. Let me send it. Let me send you the address.
Okay. You
That
want to DM
way.
it to me?
Yeah, yeah. Let me do it like this. Okay, she was. Here we go. No, damn it. I'm gonna have to. Damn it. Okay. Message. Okay. So the address was 2710 Kings Retreat Circle.
What is it?
Twenty-seven
I'm gonna put it
ten.
into Deal Sniper directly.
All right, 21,710. Kings retreat. I think it's circle, something like that. Oh, 2710, my bad.
2710.
2710. Kings retreat.
What city?
Mm, Texas.
It's in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Kingwood.
Yes.
That's it.
Let me go to it on my end too. I don't like doing this on my phone, but and the house had it was crazy. The house had an elevator in it. Oh, pretty
Damn.
cool.
Really?
Yeah,
All right.
look
Rich
nice.
people.
Look nice. But it was next door to another house that was pretty close. It's like it's pretty very next to the neighbors.
No shit. It's got an elevator in it.
You see it,
Man,
right?
I see it. I've seen too many horror movies. I don't want an elevator in my house. I'm good. I'll use the stairs. Nice house though.
Yeah.
Like the railing,
Not,
like the wood, like the archwork.
yeah. A little old schooly.
Yeah, the pink carpet. That's a little rough, but for a rental, the pink carpet probably isn't that big of a deal. Bathroom's nice. I'm not seeing any damage. All right, so what'll it rent for? It'll rent for 3 grand. Monthly payment 13. I put 12. Okay, 25 years, 10 months. Cool. Yeah, I mean these terms look solid. I'd have to clean up these numbers. I'd probably just do
Well,
400.
unfortunately, right? I'm gonna show you the numbers I wind up getting after I skimmed a little bit, right? Because I didn't want to go too crazy with it. So we do like this.
Uh-oh. This property has an HOA. You got to be careful. Investors do not like HOAs. Shit, I don't
Uh-oh.
like HOAs. I mean, I'm an investor too, but yeah, this one's got an HOA. That's
That's a
you're gonna
red
have a
flag.
hard. That's a red flag.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's crazy
sometimes
though.
you can get away with it. You
Uh-huh.
can check the HOA bylaws to see, or just ask the real estate agent if the HOA allows rentals and if it allows short-term rentals. If it allows rentals and short-term rentals, you've got a better chance, like probably a 30% better chance of moving it,
Mm-hmm.
which would bring you up to probably like a 60-40.
Let me show you. When I skimmed it, these were the numbers I wound up sending her.
Okay, so 425, 398, 27. Monthly payment. You sent her a monthly payment of $128,300. Unless you just typed that in wrong to me.
I
But if
typed
you
that in
did,
wrong.
oh, okay, I was gonna say, oh shit, that's a lot. And then yeah, term length. What was it? 20 years and 4 months.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me anymore. I have it on my Mac out in the living room. My phone was dying, so I had to come back here and charge it.
Gotcha. It's all good.
Um, the let me see how much. Let me look at your screen and see how much was the monthly. I can't see it.
Monthly, I put it was 1289 or something like that. I changed it to 1200 even because I had to clean up my numbers.
Yeah, 12. But I mean, if she does allow um any rental, short term, long term, um, that wouldn't be a problem. Hopefully, right? Because it depends on the stipulations of the HOA.
Yeah, it does. And my philosophy is if there's even a 1% chance you can close it, I say go for it, but you also have to make sure you're setting the proper expectations with the seller and the real estate agent. I would let them know, like, hey, my investors really, really don't like HOAs, but your HOA seems reasonable based off of the information that I've gotten. So I'm going to push this to my investors, but full disclosure, typically they don't like HOAs. So just give me 2 weeks. I'm going to see what I can do. I'll report back to you on a weekly basis. And then at the end, we'll either have a buyer, we'll get this thing sold, or I'll bring you some feedback on what my highest offer was, and we'll see what you guys want to do at that point. That's what I would say. Because then what you don't want to do is you don't
Well, I
want
don't
this
I
real
don't want to
estate
sell a
agent.
fake dream and then it
Exactly.
backfires.
Yeah. And then you also want to build a relationship with this real estate agent. If the real estate agent is
Hmm.
open, even if it doesn't work, you want to be in a position where you didn't like, oh yeah, this is a slam dunk. We'll get this done, no problem. And then 2 weeks later, you're like, yeah, sorry. Because one, she's probably not going to do creative financing again. And two, she's not going to work with you again. And you want her to work with you. So even if it doesn't work, you'd be like, hey, this is a long shot, man. Let me be honest with you. I'll never lie to you, Mr. and Mrs. Real Estate Agent. This is a long shot. My investors don't like it, but the house has been on market for a while and I want to help you get it moved. So I'm going to do everything I can. Just give me 2 weeks. And then that way, when you go back to it, if it doesn't end up working, you're like, hey, I did everything I could. Here's the feedback. They're not mad at you because you set the proper expectation.
Yeah.
And then maybe you guys can work on another one.
So you think it'd be better to find a buyer first, explain the situation to a buyer first, and see if a
Mm,
buyer would be no?
I mean, you can if you've already got buyer connections. If you've already got buyers in this part of Texas, then yeah, you could reach out to each one of them and say, look, I got this deal. Here's what the numbers look like, but it's got an HOA. According to the bylaws, the HOA says this, this, and this. Are you interested at all? If they say, yeah, I'm interested, how much? Let me get back to you. Let me lock this thing in. What are you willing to pay for it? That's how that conversation will go. If you don't have any buyer connections, your probably best bet is just being upfront and honest with the real estate agent, letting them know that you're going to try it for 2 weeks, you're going to do the best that you can, and then try and push the deal. So it depends on your situation now.
Now I'm worried because that monthly payment of 128 300 is what I sent her.
And just let her know it's a typo. Because if that's the case, then you also send a 0 year, 4 month balloon. Because that's what you said,
Yeah, I'm
right?
looking at it. I'm looking at it.
So
All
just
right, I gotta.
explain to her it's hey, that was a typo. Here's what we're actually looking at.
Okay. All right, I'll give her a call tomorrow and I'll go over all that
And
with
I
her.
would definitely go through the cheat sheet. The cheat sheet is one of the better resources in the Discord because a lot of people when I tell people what to say, even though I don't do scripts, like I've got one, but I don't use it. I think everyone's own personality needs to come through. You guys just need to know what to say and then mold it into your own spiel. But literally, people keep telling me that the stuff that I tell them to say, they just copy me and they say it. So I just started writing it down. Anytime I got a question from someone or with a real estate agent, I put my answer verbatim in the cheat sheet. So
Yeah,
if you really want to get good on the phone with real because they're all the real estate agent objections, questions, concerns, they're all going to be one of like five things. And the majority, all of those answers are in the cheat sheet. And if you read it and then understand it, then you can take that same idea and then use your own verbiage to convey that idea to the real estate agent.
yeah.
So I definitely recommend that.
Okay, I will do that. Pick through that. All right, Sean. I don't want to keep you, boss. I appreciate your help. I thank you so much. I'm gonna run through the cheat sheet and look over these numbers again and figure out what I'm gonna say and ask her tomorrow, and we'll take it from there.
Cool. And then there are, I know you're new, so I'll let you know because you probably haven't seen the announcements channel yet. But there are live trainings that I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central. So there'll be one tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And people jump on there, they bring their deals, I help underwrite, realtor objections, role play. I mean, whatever you guys need. I'm on there until I don't have any more questions. Sometimes it's
Shit,
an
I'll be at
hour.
work.
Well, they're recorded, so
You said
they're
Monday.
they're on the YouTube channel.
And you said you're gonna send me this, or you're posting this?
This will be posted on the YouTube channel.
Oh my
And then
God, you got me
I can send you the link if you want.
looking crazy. Okay.
You want me to? I can crop you out if you want. Have you
Yeah,
have
crop
you
me.
have you seen my videos?
I have not. I have not. Listen. I'm very, 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 very new. Very new.
All right, hold on. Let me get you. So you haven't watched the Deal Sniper 101 playlist yet.
No.
All right, so that'll literally teach you how to use Deal Sniper, follow up. I mean, pretty much everything. And in all honesty, I mean, there's like 54 videos in there. You honestly don't have to watch them all. You should.
I only came across the Discord through Calvin
Okay.
on
Yeah,
Instagram.
me and Calvin are partners.
Yeah, that's how I came across it.
So let me
Oh
get you
boy.
this. This playlist will teach you, like I said, you only really have to watch the first video. It's about an hour long. And it's literally
Yeah.
going through Deal Sniper, how to use the system, how to push out the offers, how to do that. And the rest of the playlist is recorded trainings, how to use the deal machine calculator properly, rebuttals, one-on-ones when people have specific questions, what works, what doesn't. There's a bunch. There's like 500 some videos in there. So chances are,
Great.
if you ask a question in the Discord, especially now that I've told you where those things are, I'll either respond to, hey, that answer's in the cheat sheet, look for this one, or I'll
Yeah.
send you a link to one of the videos that'll answer your question. You just got to watch it. And then again, the trainings are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. And those are recorded and in their own playlist. The one that we did yesterday is already in there.
Okay. Cool.
And you can always
Nice.
just hop on a one-on-one if you can't make any of those. It's all good. You just got to DM me and schedule it.
Okay. I'll go digging. I'll go digging for those tonight after the gym.
There you go. Let me know if you need anything else, dude.
I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you so much.
No worries. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
No worries. See ya.